Hi everybody, it's Dale with Sarah's Kids, and I've been busy making flowers. They're based on the designs and the method that was used by Saw Crafter on YouTube. I followed most of her directions, but I changed things, of course. And so these are the three flowers. I've made hundreds. This is the largest size, and it's about 3 inches across. This is the medium size, and it's about 2 inches across. And the small one is about 1.5 inches. This one is black. And I've made all of these different flowers and many more. And then I have some kits that I'm going to sell on my Etsy store, which is www.etsy.com/shop/Sarah's Kids. So I cut the flowers out with the Cricut, and I used Mother's Day bouquet cartridge. I'll show you how I made those. The first thing I did was cut these out, and this is the small size, I cut out 3 1.5 inch, 2 1.25 inch, and 2 1 inch. And then I cut some leaves. This happens to be a kind of philodendron leaf. And then I cut a base, which is like this. It kind of looks like the bottom of a flower. So the first thing I did was paint these with my H2Os. You could use almost anything. You could use regular watercolor, you could use pens, pencils, but I like my H2Os, and I hadn't been using them very much recently. Oh, you could even glimmer mist these. But anyway, I like the glitz that the H2Os give. So I painted them with H2Os on both sides. And then I used these scissors. They're really hemostats, and they lock in place. So when you twist these, I put them on a petal, I lock it in place, and you see there it doesn't move, and then I twist. And you can see that it gives a nice groove in the flower. And it even turns the petals up a little bit so they look like they're realistic. And there is the flower when it's twisted. And then I put them together. And I'll show you that in a minute. Here are my painted pieces. I have 3 large ones, or larger size, 2 small, medium, and 2 small ones. I painted the bottom of the flower and 2 leaves. And now I'm going to put them together with glossy accents. So I hope I'm on frame with this. The first thing I do is just stick a little dab of the glossy accents in the center of one, and then I offset the petals and I push down for a second while that glue takes, and then I put another dab and offset these again, and then we go to the medium sized. There we go. And we'll put that one in there and offset those petals and hold it for a second. And then we'll do the small ones. And I offset those also. And there we go. And you can hold that down with a pen or pencil while it dries. There we go. Now I'm going to put this little piece on the bottom. It makes it look more like a flower, and it hardly shows, but it finishes it off nicely on the bottom. And let's see, for the center, I think I'll use one of these medium-sized bling pieces. And these don't have any glue on them, or not much, and they seem to not stick. So I use Glossy Accents again to hold that in there. And then I attach the leaves, which I painted, and you can fold those or twist them however you want. And I set one there, and then I offset the other one with a little more Glossy Accents. And there's a finished flower. So this is the small size. And I made up these kits. So in the kit, you're going to get 2 of this large size flower, 2 of the small size flower, I mean the medium sized, and 2 small, plus a pair of the hemostats so that you can curl the petals, and 6 pieces of bling to do the centers. You don't have to necessarily use some bling. This flower, for example, I used some pearls, liquid pearls on the center, and this one I used a center that I got from Recollections. For the large flowers, I think in the kit I'll include 2 of these in different colors. The flowers I cut out of white, and you can paint them with anything you want. You don't even have to paint them, you could just spray them. And what do you do with these flowers? Well, I've gone kind of crazy. The first thing I did was make these tags. This is one tag. This is a thank you tag. And I did one of Tim Holtz's techniques on the background with distressed inks and water. And I did some stamping and embossing so that it would resist. The ink would resist, and I like the way that looks. Some I didn't do any resist at all. So tags were the first thing I did. And then the second thing I did was these gift bags. I don't know if I can get this all in frame. Let's see. I cut out some Tim Holtz swirls and flourishes and then put the flower down there. And I also made little tags to match that go up here so somebody could write to and from or whatever they wanted to. And I could do that. I like the way those came out. These are just bags that I got at Michael's for, I don't even remember. They're just inexpensive bags, but they look really pretty now, and they would make a great gift bag. You could also use your excuse me, flowers for embellishments on cards or scrapbook pages. Anyway, I'm going to sell these kits on my Etsy store, www.etsy.com/shop/Sarah's Kits, and they'll be $6 for the kit, 6 flowers plus the hemostat, so you can later cut your own flowers and make them yourself without the kit. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed this video.